Hi everyone, it's Monday on Happy Puppy Truffles, which is a daily origami tutorial for YouTube, and today we're going to offer up another kind of set of free downloadable PDF printables that you can use for your own private origami creations. And today, because it's Monday, we're doing just general origami paper. These aren't specific to any particular origami design. They're just standard kind of designs of origami that you might enjoy printing at home and being able to make some fun creations. Last Monday we did a kind of a gradation that was a corner burst is what I like to call it, and this time around we're doing sort of like a central burst, going from one color out and bleeding out into another. And this series is just basic kind of colors with one version going each way with a red to yellow and then a yellow to red, and then there's ones that are purple and pink and blue, and then we have yellow and green too, which is what I'm going to show you guys today. Again, these work really great for making flowers. I'm going to show you guys just how it works using for this iris, and I'll show you the two different green versions just because I happen to really like how this this particular yellow to green looks, because the stem gets to be a really pretty green color and then the flower is just particularly yellow. So just kind of a fun sort of way to use things. Now you can use this paper, of course, for any of your origami projects and kind of discover where the color bleed lands for different kinds of projects. I think they work really great for boxes and those kinds of things too. So, but in terms of traditional origami projects, I think a lot of the flowers are really great for these. So I'm just going to show you guys really quick, and I don't know, I might even speed this up. It's kind of, yeah, no, I'll probably just show you guys, but I will go fast of how to make the iris here. Of course, if you need slower and more detailed instructions, you can watch the video to kind of see how that goes, but I'll just kind of let you guys know with the paper to make sure you get it going the right way. So what you're going to be doing with this is we're going to start off with a square base, and so with that color side facing down, go ahead and fold it in half, both vertically and horizontally. Now I printed my paper with a laser printer, and I always kind of like that because it gives you this really cool little smooth finish to things. And especially for an iris, I think it tends to look really good. If you're using an inkjet printer, you get kind of more of an organic kind of feel to your paper, which is cool too. So it depends on what you're making. But so with the color side facing up, then make sure to fold it in half diagonally both ways. Once that's finished, look at the color side, find those mountain creases, pinch from opposite sides, and shimmy it around until you can get to a little diamond or square, which is where the square base gets its name. And then with that green point facing down and those open flaps up at the top, what we're going to do is go ahead and take each of these outer edges, fold it into the center, and then use that crease to open everything up and open this pocket in the middle here, so that it can pop down and smush down to create this cool little kite shape. And you're just going to repeat those steps on the other sides. Now there's a couple ways you could do it. You can also just go straight from there, just putting the pressure right there on the edge and then laying it flat right into the middle, if you don't want to go through the trouble of making that crease first. It's just up to you which way works better for you. Again, you can just go straight from here and pop open this side here and just push it down right away. And then just line up that creased edge with the center that's behind it, and then smooth out these creases on the sides. Or you can take the crease that you see here, fold it into the center, and then open things up and smush them out. And that just gives you the creases that you'll be making anyway already there naturally for you, to make sure you're kind of doing things right. But you should get something that looks like this, with 4 flaps on each side. Then open one flap on each side here so that we're looking at the part that's open at the top. We're going to do a quick petal fold up here. So if you just take that top outer edge and roll it into the center, and do the same thing on this side too. And you don't need to worry, I mean, you do want to try to bring it a little close to that edge, but you might wind up with a little bit of white in the middle. That's just natural for this, so don't worry about that as you're doing it. But get those folded up and then open things out. We're going to make a crease that goes right to where both of those edges hit on the sides here. So if you want, you can kind of pinch there to sort of show where we're working towards. And then as you open it up, you can kind of smooth everything over and try to bring it as close to that center as you can. Do the same thing for this side too, trying to just kind of bring it over. Smooth it out so that you get something that looks like this. And then we're going to take that flap and just push it up. And then we're just going to repeat those steps for the other sides. So we can start off first by just doing the ones in the back here. And then fold it up. And then you just look at the other remaining sides here and repeat those steps here so that we've finished all 4 areas with this petal fold. So when you're finished, you should have something that looks like this. Then we're going to go ahead and open one area and flip it over and open the other so that we wind up with this solid kind of kite shape or diamond shape there in the middle. And then we're just going to smooth out the bottom part here by taking this bottom outer edge and folding it into the center. And just take care, you don't want to put too much crease or pressure on things as you do this down at the bottom, because as you do this work you can start to cause a little bit of strain on the paper. Depending on the kind of paper you're using. Don't want it to start fraying or showing any white there, but we'll just fold those sides into the center here then. Get something like this. And then we're just going to open up to that other side here that we haven't folded and finish things off here on this side too. And this can get a little tricky because you do have like a pretty narrow base to be working with there. Just try your best to get things folded over. Try to get that bottom part as pointy as you can get it first. So that you get something that looks like this. Now we're going to go ahead and just take this top part and fold right down to that second set of creases right here, those edges. Fold down. We'll do the same thing on this side too. And then we're going to kind of open it up and do this side too, but you don't want to put too much pressure on the parts we've already opened up. So just kind of fold that part down if you can. And do the same thing on this side. And you're going to be able to open this up into a 3-dimensional flower here with 4 petals that stick out, and a nice yellow center, and the cool little green base to it that makes it look a little bit more realistic, like a real flower. So like I said, I love this particular kind of the center burst gradation with a yellow outer part and then the green center, because it really makes this really pretty flower that looks a little bit more realistic. So that kind of is the way that you can use these new printables that you can get from my website to make your own kind of cool little variations of flowers. So, and like I said, you can use them for so many other things too. Just a lot of fun kind of thing to work with if you want to make your very own little paper things here. That's kind of the finished little deal. Check out the website. Lots of links all over here, wherever, somewhere. You guys can check it out there and download stuff. Everything is free. Feel free to have a lot of fun with stuff and try making your own paper at home too. It can be a lot of fun to kind of paint or draw or color your own too. So that's the finished use of our free kind of paper designs for our Monday today. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.